Right, where do I need to go? I need to talk about hacking. You might have heard us speaking recently about the new course in the Northwest Regional College for e-sports. So basically gaming online. You can learn it. There's careers in these things. Millions watch them online, so why not? Well, we thought you had to go for the water. You can learn how to do this stuff in the Northwest Regional College, Limavady and City. Well, yesterday after we spoke to Catherine Rowlandson this week about her new programme to get girls into gaming, that's booked out largely as well. There's no doubt this whole landscape of video games is changing. It becomes apparent more and more in more and more people's lives, and now there's a brand new gaming lounge opening here. An actual one, physical, in the city centre for people to find their escape in whatever shape, form and fashion they choose. The co-owner of the Hacking Lounge is Jebz. Jebz, can I just call you Jebz? Is that Jebz? That's short for Jebz? Or what?
Yeah, it's actually short for Jebz, yeah. But thank you for having us on as well, too, just to kind of give you a brief rundown of everything.
You're very welcome, Jebz. I know nothing about this, but I like the sound of it, because I feel like turning up with my... Marty, I always forget what you call them. My two harmonicas on the side of the thing. Marty, what is it? The Mario Lounge thing. Mario Karts thing. What do you call it, Jebz?
I have no idea.
What do you call the thing that it comes like a thing and then you take the two sides off it to be controllers, like harmonicas? Is it a PlayStation? No, it's not.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that is. Is it a mini or something? Look, Emma Robinson told me to buy one and I bought one. Anyway, Jebz, what is this and how does it work?
Okay, so... First of all, what we are trying to build at the moment is just a big, as you said it, a gaming lounge that's literally going to be set aside for members, for people who just want to come in and pay and, just play away, and people who just want to do parties, events, everything and anything is basically going to be okay here. So the aspect and what we're kind of trying to do is build a community for both tabletop gamers and also PC gamers, because... there's going to be PC consoles, everything from retro consoles, everything to arcade machines. There's even a VR interactive section. There's private rooms for D&D, so Dungeons and Dragons. So we're basically just trying to give an open house for everything gaming.
But is that not, Jebz, is that not like different languages? If you turn up with one kind of a thing, I'm looking here, I still don't know what my harmonicas are, somebody will tell me, but I turned up with let me see here, a PlayStation with the old-fashioned thing. I've got one of those in the attic, the 100-year-old thing. But if you turn up one of those with an Xbox, surely that's like different languages, obviously.
So, yes, well, that's the reason we have different sections, but we're trying to bridge it all under the one house. So, as I said, there's a tabletop area for people that are basically more into miniature games and card games, everything from Magic the Gathering to Pokemon. And then we actually move straight on then to a PC gaming arena, where there's 20 PCs in that. Then there's a members area, which basically has another 12 PCs. And there's another section then that has consoles, so it's everything from PlayStation 5 to Xbox. And then there's a little retro kind of section we've hooked up with, it's called a toolkit. And basically people can play everything from an N64 straight up to, brand new consoles.
So you have all that there?
Well, we have everything here. So even from the community aspect, what we basically are offering as well too is there's a big giant community shelf that we built, and it literally has every type of game you ever want to try.
Who's paid for all that?
Well, largely myself, and then also the other co-owner himself is called Aaron Donahue, also known as Noxie.
Noxie, yeah. Noxie and Jebz.
Yep. So the both of us have basically wanted to build just a giant community center to give people somewhere to go and people to try and socialize in the post-COVID world.
But is that the whole point here? I used to think gamers, the whole point was that you didn't want to socialise. You wanted to do this in your bedroom. But then it was Ronnie Gummersall and Hells came in and said, no, this is different. We do meet up physically because, and they took me down a whole journey, a whole borehole here, Jebz, about, look, when we go to pubs, we're not comfortable. We don't fit in a certain way of hollering and shouting about, rude jokes and loud beer. So why are you offering a physical venue? By the way, where are you? Where is this place?
So we're literally above, do you know Pike and Palms there in the Strand Road?
Surely.
we're literally just right across there. Now you have to come into us through the North Edward Street, which is literally just behind there.
So hold on, are you right? If you're behind, is that where there used to be the recording studio upstairs there?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly where we are.
Right, it was small town America, wasn't it?
I can't remember what the name of the place was, but I do know that that's where we were. That's where we are currently. So it's a 3,000 square foot building. So I mean, we've tried to build everything in this place.
So basically, if you're at the Coffee Tree or Tesco's, if you're in Tesco's there, across the road to the Coffee Tree or Pike and Palms, go up Patrick Street to the one side and then take a right, or go up a wee tiny bit of Clarendon Street, Rawdon Line, take a left down the back there.
Yep, that's exactly us. There's a big sign and a whole bunch of multicolored lighting and all that fun stuff. but
Jebz, hold on. Do people pay for this? You spent a lot of cash here, by the sounds of it. So how are you making money?
So basically, there's two aspects of it. So we basically are offering it as a party venue, and then we're also doing it where people can become members and basically come in and just pay to use the place. And then we're also doing it where we're opening it up to pay and play. But the main goal of the place, so like we've wrote off 2 of the days a week for just doing charity-based work for groups, because the biggest drive of what we wanted to do was just give people somewhere to go and to basically have something. As you nailed, you had the nail on the head whenever you said there's a lot of these people and a lot of people who just are not socially comfortable in being in places like bars and being out, where other people would basically congregate. So what we're trying to do is basically get people into a situation with like-minded people, even people that haven't tried, like tabletop games, but have loved just standard PC or console gaming.
Gotcha. By the way, Katie, who is young and smart at our front desk, has just messaged me to say a Switch. Jebz, I own a Switch, right?
Okay.
But I don't, and I've had it for a couple of years, but I don't really know how to use it, right? But, think about us over 50s. We've got feelings too.
Well, you see, at the moment, we actually do. Like I said, that's why we built the retro section. In case
that's not retro. That's cutting edge. Don't be telling me that.
Of course.
There's 2 harmonicas. There's a harmonica on each side of it, and they switch off, and it's a switch, and it's modern. And don't you dare say that's retro.
Well, I mean, you're calling it a harmonica. That's what confused me.
There are 2 harmonicas. You don't play them like harmonicas, but they look like harmonicas. You take them off the side. Is that old? Am I retro in my gaming life?
Yes, you're coming from the retro gaming.
I've only just bought the damn things.
But you'll also be very welcome here. So, like I said, it's no problem whatsoever. I mean, like I said, we have even retro arcade machines. So we are literally trying to build something for everyone, just to kind of give, as I said, just a safe haven for people that might be socially awkward or people that So one of our biggest drives as well too is trying to do outreach work with groups like Jigsaw, and for
people with autism,
autistic groups and children with autism.
I think it's class. Jeez, I need to get out and meet you. Hold on a second. Who did the notes this programme? This is what presenters are asked to read, but they're not meant to say it on air, right? The lounge itself will have virtual reality PCs for gaming, as well as consoles, new and old, even some retro stuff for Mark.
Yep.
Who wrote that? Hold on a second, Jebz. Who wrote that? Mar Louise? Mar, did you write that? Marty Lesh wrote that. Okay, we'll discuss this after the show. Jebz, carry on. Yeah.
Well, as I was saying, to touch back on people that are on the spectrum themselves, we've actually created a safe space for that as well too, where we've done it where each and every light inside this place and each and every speaker can be controlled from the person behind, reception. And literally, if people are autistic, people are in during certain times, which we have allotted for. We can change the lighting. If they pick, say, table 1 and they need the light slightly brighter, we can change that completely and totally. So we can actually control each aspect of everything for everybody.
Jebz, I think sometimes there's stiff lines drawn in society. There's the helpers there's the Salvation Army, and then what you're doing is building community here. Do you know that? You're actually building. It's a positive thing you're doing for human beings, and you deserve great credit. I need to learn about this. And just for older listeners or middle-aged folk like me listen to this, look, it depends how you use the word retro, right? You can be 50-something and have a technically defined retro piece of technology, but to you it can be perfectly fine. It can be perfectly modern, and like it was born yesterday. I still have the box and the receipt.
Yep.
I'm not bringing it back. But Jebz, I'm seriously, man. Can I come out and see you when I'm allowed, and we'll have a bit of crack?
Of course. Yeah, you see, even while at the moment we're literally just building up, finishing building up, so we're actually going to be kind of ready for the end of March. So what we're doing is a soft kind of opening for groups and some group work during the middle of. But you're more than welcome to come in at any stage now and have a more in-depth conversation about everything. And
man,
as I said, we're always here.
Noxie and Jebz, we salute you. Thank you indeed, Jebz. The Hacking Lounge is open, folks. It's a bit of crack. It's a physical meet up for folk who want to game, but there's so much thought and care in the whole idea, and I think that's fabulous. So you know where Rod and Line is. Everyone knows where Rod and Line is in Derry. Or Pikey himself, Kev, has the new restaurant there on the Strand Road. Pike and Palms, out the back of that. So walk around the back of those buildings and you'll find Jebz and Noxie. I love that. I like this too.